So it's a Friday night. What are you planning on doing?
You are now listening to Limited Trust, a Devastator podcast. Let's get into it.
Episode 94, Limited Trust, a Devastator podcast. I'm back and slightly less sunburnt. Fucking dude, I don't think I've ever peeled that bad in my entire fucking life. I feel like a new man. I fucking shit peeled, boy. It was a motherfucking pillar. So that being said, it's been a fucking hell of a week. So I try my best to, I don't want to say separate my personal life from Devastator, because I mean, as I'm sitting here right now for 93, 94, whatever the fuck it is, episodes, telling you about my personal life and talking with other people about my personal life, to say that I try to separate it isn't really a fair statement. But I try not to bombard you with, this is fucked up in my personal life, or, this is fucked up in, whatever. So I really like when things, aside from people dying, I always feel a responsibility to at least put something up when fucking, unfortunately, when those things happen. Just because I feel like, at the very least, these people that I care about fucking deserve something like that, which is weird or whatever, but, or people I'm thinking about that have died and shit like that. I believe that, I can't say I believe, but because it's not like something you believe in, but I believe it to be true, that when they say, you die twice, the first time when you die and the second time when the last time somebody says your name. And I don't really know how long any of this shit's going to be here. You know what I mean? Like fucking posts in the page and whatever the fuck. But I like to try to, I don't know. You know what I'm getting at. Like fucking, because there's nothing to gain from it. I'm not looking for sympathy. I post people who died fucking 15 years ago. And it's just either because I come across a picture of them in the cloud or something, or I'm just thinking about them, or I have a dream about them or something. And, I feel like it's, I don't know, whatever. So this week, nobody died. No one died. But, a few weeks ago, this is about my father. I haven't really talked about him a whole lot, but a few weeks ago, he had collapsed at a fucking bar restaurant bathroom in the fucking Thousand Islands at some motorcycle event, and he ended up going to hospital, and in a small hospital and shit, and they were like, oh, they told him he's dehydrated. So he's like, oh, I'm a fucking pussy. Apparently I was just dehydrated. And he said, like, I hadn't drank any water. All I drank the day before, I drank nothing but beer or whatever he was drinking, Tito's, some shit the day before. He goes, so I didn't feel good the morning of, he said, and then we all went to lunch, and then I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom. He's like, I went to go splash water on my face or something, and he ended up fucking falling out. And it was a big deal. The ambulance had to come and shit, and he said he was like fucked up. He couldn't talk. He couldn't move. It was fucking weird. And we explained that to him, and they said, oh yeah, extreme dehydration, blah, blah, blah. And plus you were drinking, alcohol is a diuretic, that whole thing. Well, we were at the fucking theme park the other day on my last day of fucking vacation, a couple of days after I talked to you guys last, and we got out of the water park section. We were about to bounce, and And I had like multiple phone calls for my dad, and I was like, oh shit, like he's normally like, he'll text, he'll call, and then that's it. Like he's not gonna, unless it's something really, 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 really important, you know what I mean? Like he's not one of those fucking people that's gonna call me every 5 fucking minutes if it's not important. So there was like, I think there was a text, call me when you can, and then 2 calls, I think, which was enough for me to be like, oh shit, what the fuck's going on? Especially I'm on vacation. So I called him, and he's like, and I could just hear it in his voice. I'm like, oh no. He's like, yeah, fucking something. And I'm like, he's like, it happened again, shit. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck? And so he put my stepmother on the phone, and she's a nurse. And so she started explaining it to me, this is what happened, da 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 da. And so after multiple days in fucking strong emergency department or whatever it was, in a fucking hallway bed, they came up with a title for this shit. I can't remember what the fuck it was called. It's hold on, I got it here, just in case any fucking doctors are out there. You can say if you ever heard of this before. But motherfuckers in the hospital apparently they never fucking heard. And this is like the top fucking hospital or whatever. Meningoangiomatosis. Whatever the fuck that is. And it's all one word. There's a lot of fucking letters. And the way it was described to me, and this was a secondhand description, from somebody who I would say knows, but she's a nurse, is the best way to describe it is there was a malformed cluster of blood vessels on the brain. And I guess they can either be large or they can be small. Like they can be malformed like big or malformed little. And his cluster is small. So what happens is basically like blood going through them for whatever reason has kind of like a traffic jam going through this cluster because it's, like bottlenecking more or less, going from 3 lanes down to 1. And I don't know if it puts pressure on the brain or if it's something with the blood flow itself, but he was at a job and fucking he called the ambulance and he was able to call my fucking stepmother, and she shot out there and got in the building and before the ambulance got there and he was having a full on fucking seizure, and this is not normal. Like my dad's like fucking, that's not a normal thing, he's always been able-bodied, always fucking working, still. So that my whole life, I worry about a lot of things and I feel bad about a lot of things, a lot like animals and shit, out in the streets and whatever, the local fucking strays, but I never really had like a reason, to feel bad for my dad because he's like a cat. He always fucking lands on his feet. Like no matter what, whatever the fuck's going on, he always comes out on top, or at least, unscathed more or less. So it was fucking weird for like the first time ever. I'll be fucking 38 in a couple months that I was like, actually like, I felt sorry. I felt bad. I was like, oh shit, this is fucked up. And he had to cancel jobs, and that's never happened before ever. Like, well, he had COVID once, and then obviously couldn't fucking, during that time you couldn't really be going up in no one's houses. But with the big C, not the cancer C. So it's been like a fucking weird week, and my schedule is like all over the fucking place, and I'm really trying to push this content. I've been listening to Gary Vee's new book, Day Trading Attention, I believe it's called. I should know that. I've been listening to it for a fucking, a couple hours or an hour or two a day. Whatever I can get, whenever I can, I got this fucking thing on. because I'm taking a lot from it about, social media and shit like that and how it correlates with business, because, I know everyone who's been rocking for a while knows that I'm not a business person. I mean, I guess I am now, by proxy or whatever. I kind of had no choice. Well, I did have a choice, but you know what I mean. It wasn't, I never thought I thought it would be like just slanging fucking blue tops, be some shit, but there's a lot more to it. And I kind of just, it gradually happened. So it never really seemed like a big learning experience or anything like that, because it kind of just gradually turned into a real thing. But, so I'm trying to learn, I'm trying to make this shit better for everyone. I'm trying to give you guys something to look at, something to interact with. I'm trying to be more there. I'm trying to be, because I kind of felt like, I don't know if you picked it up or not, that there was like a separation happening between me and you. And I never want that to be, So I'm taking what I'm learning in this book, and then with weekly talks with somebody about business and about business in general, and not just like specifically business, but I learn a lot just about talking with people by doing these talks weekly, and I learn a lot about myself and dealing with other people, because the most interaction that I have with other business people are usually like shop owners and shit, and we kind of shoot the shit for a minute, fucking figure out whatever we got to do. So this is a deeper insight into how all this stuff works and the inner workings of it. So through all of this, I guess what I'm saying is I'm trying to make this better and more. I don't want to say interactive, because it's kind of difficult to be interactive. You know what I mean? Like it's a delayed interactivity, really. Like back in the day, I think that when I was on that AOL podcast, I wanted to say, or I might have said this, but it kind of got lost in translation. But like when you were in the fucking chat room, right? And I know you guys know this shit. Like, the fucking someone said something, and I'm in fucking hacker fucking chats and shit. So we're like fucking back and forth, it's all. Anyway, it was different than fucking ASL. Yo, got pics. Those are the people we were fucking scamming. Those are the targets. But it was someone said something, and then you typed it and hit send, and that was it. You know what I mean? Like, and the conversation is continuing after the person says something to you. So you don't want to wait too fucking long. So you're like, so there was less thought. It would seem more fluid and more interactive. You know what I mean? Like even instant messaging and shit. Like you could have time to think about it. You could type it and backspace a little bit. I mean, you could do that in the chat too, but it was more fucking rapid fire. So our interaction is delayed, like if you leave a comment or if you send a message, I try to get back to everything as soon as possible. I really do. And if I don't, that's because I got fucking something going on where I can't, or I'm in some basement somewhere, like fucking 3 floors underground, fucking doing some floor and there's zero service, or I'm in the middle of fucking nowhere, Gorham, where there's zero fucking service. You gotta walk out to the road and shit. Fucking thanks a lot, Verizon, cocksucker, motherfucker. I don't know what the fuck I'm paying for. But anyway, so I'm getting off track and shit or whatever, but it's been a fucking stressful week. And you know what? It hasn't really been like stressful for the regular reasons. So I guess that's how I haven't really, I've been trying to do all this new shit, and then I'm fucking working on that and trying to figure this shit out with my dad and shit. Like, I mean, I don't really know what there is for me to figure out about it, but I guess figure out how to work through it, with him and with my family and shit, because as of today, he's like, I'm fucked up, and he keeps saying like, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me, and he's talking like, you might gotta take over and all this shit. Like, if this doesn't go away, or if this doesn't whatever, I don't know how to fuck. I might not even might not be able to drive and shit anymore. So it's like a lot going on, and I'm not I don't want to say I'm not equipped for it, because I am equipped for that. I think I do a lot of I do a lot of counseling to myself and with others. I'm definitely not certified, but you know, I've seen some shit, and I feel like I have some kind of insight. I try to. I don't want to say like I tell people what to do. I'll tell you what worked for me. I'll tell you what I think you should do, but I'm, I got no education when it comes to that. I got fucking experience, and everyone's experience is different, you know. So I'm really just trying to fucking. Just got a lot going on. It's fucking tough, man. You know. And then today was just a fucking busy. I had the day off, but it wasn't like a fucking day off. I did Devastator shit, and then all this shit changed, and I'm in the back and forth, fucking driving all over the fucking place. I just haven't been able to get shit in order, and I had a couple guys that wanted to pick some shit up before they left for New York City, dudes I know, and I fucking wasn't able to pull it together to fucking figure out shit for them, and just. I don't know, man. I gotta fucking snap out of it and get back to normal. And like, I don't know. And I'm still trying to grow this shit, and I'm still trying to make this, make it happen. I'm trying to make sure everyone has a good time while we're here, all of us. So I'm trying to do content. I'm trying to fucking do these different type of videos. I'm trying to do more interactivity. I'm trying to, talk a little more. I'm trying to be in it, and it's been a lot to think about. And I'm not complaining. I mean, maybe I am complaining. I'm not trying to complain, but I'm just trying to, I tell you guys everything, really, and I guess that kind of trailed off and got off subject, but, I'm not going to post like, yo, fucking shout out to my dad up in the fucking hospital, you know what I mean? Like fucking, because he wouldn't like that. He probably wouldn't even like that I'm talking here about this. But fucking what are you gonna do? So I don't know. I'm just I don't know. I'm fucking there's a lot going on. Oh. Oh, man. I don't know, man. I'm like, I don't even know what to say. It's been a rough week in a few different ways. And I'm still knocking them fucking packages out, though, And I hope you guys dig the nomads and executives and shit. They went out. I got a couple more to start fucking with. I hope you guys like those. I'm trying to do some different shit. I'm trying to do some exclusive shit, some something with that's a little different. And I got more ideas, and I got more shit coming, and I actually just ordered some different pigments this morning. I want to try to make some shit and some new shit, new liquids. I'm a fucking real fan of the alcohols lately, man. SDF, standard damage fluid, is kind of I still love it. It's still that's our, I don't know if you call it flagship or whatever. That was our pilot fucking product. But I really have this affinity for fucking alcohol inks, man. I really do. I'm a fan of that shit. I don't know why. I don't know. It's messier. It's fucking harder to deal with. But for some reason, I just like it. I'm looking at the buff board of fucking, I felt like an asshole having to buff True, but everyone gets buffed on the test board and shit. And then I try to have some fun with it and throw some fucking goof off at it and throw some fucking graffiti spray on it and shit. And I rolled a coat of fucking Bullseye, fucking different brand kills, and that shit fucking, dude, it doesn't even matter what you hit that shit with. It's fucking hardcore, everything. The 237, I'm just looking at it right now, boy. Actually, you know what, while we're doing it, you can go, I'm gonna take this picture right now. don't mind all the fucking mess. Actually, I might even be able to. Oh no, I can't. Yeah, I can't. Hold on. I'm gonna try to zoom in so I can zoom past the bullshit. Well, you're gonna see my cans and shit in a way. My returnable cans. We'll post this to the threads right now as we're talking. Oh wait a minute. Hold on. I fucked it up. I'm an idiot. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm taking this picture. I'm trying to get the microphone in that motherfucker too so you can know that that's the one. So if you look at that shit, just like I just love that. I love that this shit bleeds through fucking paint. That to me is just like fucking, for some reason, me looking at it saying, I made that. And that performs well. It's a good feeling. So, all right, what are we going to put here? What's our, where's our picture? Here's our picture. Boom. I'm going to put this photo correlates to limited trust. I'm having a fat finger moment. Listen and see. Or whatever. Boom. There, interactive fucking content. Let's do a little joint too. We're trying to do some more, you know. I'm trying to fucking, how we do this. I gotta eat. I'm fucking hungry as a motherfucker. My phone been looking fucking crazy lately. Wow. Phone been looking crazy. Got all fucking looks foggy, don't it, motherfucker? That's not garbage. Those are fucking returnable cans. That fucking curtain or whatever came with the house. Came with the fucking garage. I don't know about that shit, but I just make it so motherfuckers can't look in here and see my goods. My phone been looking fucking crazy lately. Alright, so that being said, I'm probably going to cut it short tonight. It's fucking 9:50 or something like that. I gotta fucking still go in. I gotta fucking still make dinner. And I gotta fucking... I got a bunch of shit to do. And I gotta edit this. And I gotta upload this. And fucking... I got a late start. So tonight's gonna be a short one. I think we're going to be setting up a sit down with Rock Street Photo at Rock Street Photo for a show, an art show that he's got coming up. He's going to come sit down and fucking, we're going to push the shit out of this show. Typically, I end up not being able to go to these things because my schedule is always so fucked up. So I don't know if I'll be there or not. Even attending, but we will fucking push it. So if that's what you want to do, you want to come sit down, fucking holler at me. We'll figure it out. Come sit down. Oh, listen to this. Ready? Oh, wow, that was a good one, boy. Taste that motherfucker. Whew, and it's hot, dude. I'm hot. What the fuck is it out here? It's like 84 degrees in this motherfucker, man. And it's dead fucking air, and I got to get a fly strip to hang up because fucking I had the door open today fucking with the test board, and apparently I let some motherfucking of the outside wildlife in this bitch. But alright, that's it. That's all I got. That's all I got. I love you guys, man. Thank you for listening to me fucking talk about my dad for fucking 20 minutes, and thank you for everything, and fucking shout out to everybody who's constantly fucking rocking, and shout out to all you guys telling your fucking friends and shit. And I just heard someone who rocked with us died last year, and I feel bad. You know, I feel bad that I didn't know that. So fucking shout out to Larbs. You know, if I can. And I look back when I seen someone said, yo, you know, thank you for posting. It was an old ass post. They said, thank you for posting this. You know, he really rocked with you. And I was like, oh shit. And I went back and looked, and we had a nice conversation and shit. So I'm going to post up some of his shit. So shout out to him. Fucking, it's never fun to do that kind of shit either, you know. I feel bad. I feel bad for a lot of shit lately. Sometimes, I was thinking the other day, I can't remember what the fuck it was. I don't remember. I'm having all this fucking car trouble trying to figure out fucking car shit. I can't afford this whatever. And sometimes I think, like, I always think, like, is this karma or is this just life? Like Bus was talking about on, I can't remember if it was I think it was on a podcast. I don't remember if it was on YouTube or on the podcast when I listened to it, or a video on YouTube. But he said, like, being stressed out and shit, you're not a stressed out person. You're in a moment of stress. And sometimes I think I'm in a moment of fucking karma, like, I sit there and think when things aren't going the way I planned or the way I thought they should, or, whatever it is, whatever it might be. And I think, like, fuck, man, is this, the time when I stole all those fucking people's fucking shit online when I was a kid, or when I fucking hurt people, or when whatever I did, fucking when I sold drugs to people, or when I fucking, I didn't really steal fucking from anyone, like, in person. I was never a stealer. I was an online criminal though. But I always wonder, like, is this karma for that, or is this karma for the way I treated somebody, or the way I, treated different people on different levels throughout my life. People who were important. Maybe some people didn't even know that I was, like, oh yeah, my bad, I can't even make it, I'm fucking da 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 da, and I'm just sitting there doing nothing, or whatever, because I think karma doesn't give a fuck. If you did wrong, there's got to be a balance, or fucking it comes full circle. And I think it fucking snowballs when it goes around that circle too, It gains fucking momentum and weight and speed and fucking, what's that dickhead's name with the apple fell on his fucking head? Not Alexander Graham Bell. Was it fucking Isaac Newton? Fucking bitch ass motherfucker. Fucking bitch. But I always think, like, is this because I hit that car in the church parking lot with my mom's truck and fucking bounced? You know what I mean? Like, is that why I'm having car trouble, or is it just you're having car trouble, dog? Because that's fucking what cars do, Am I in a moment of karma right now? Am I, But then I'm sitting there and the new cat that we fucking took off the street was, like, sitting on my fucking stomach, and he doesn't know how to not, like, claw the shit out of you. The other two cats, they don't do that. They don't really hang out like he does, like, fucking climb on you and shit. But when they do, if they do, they don't fucking hack you all up. He's got these big claws. He's a big ass cat. And he was all fucking me all up, and I was, like, hugging him and kissing him and shit. And then I look and I'm like, you're a good boy. You're a good fucking boy. And then I'm like, I'm happy right now. I'm all fucking stressed out all week, all up and down. What am I going to do about this car? What am I going to do about my dad? How the fuck I'm going to fucking get money to buy a fucking new vehicle? What the fuck? But then I'm sitting there, the cat's climbing on me, and he's just fucking just happy and just wants hugs and kisses and shit. And I'm like, this is good. I can provide huggies and kissies for you, Merlin. I didn't name him. I wouldn't have named him fucking Merlin, but I would have named him something else. The other cats are Harold and Pizza Man, so you think, I would have. But one of the neighbors fucking named him before we abducted him off the street. Anyway, but he's, like, the most lovable one in the house. The other ones are too, but they don't like to cuddle and shit. And I love squeezing cats. Nicely, gently, But I was sitting there thinking, like, this is a moment of happiness, content. I'm fucking good, and I'm not feeling fucked up. So, I don't know. All right. I love you guys. Try to have a good weekend. Until next time.